for that very warm welcome to Damien, and a personal thank you to Damien for stepping aside to make room for our leader in the Parliament. That was incredible. Thank you for that. It is a true pleasure to welcome Conservatives from across the country to Calgary, into the heartland of conservatism in Canada. And also congratulations, of course, to our leader, Pierre Poilievre, who won 87% of the vote in last night's leadership review. Yeah. Oh, I want to thank all of the delegates here for giving our leaders such a strong mandate, because we are going to need Pierre strong to fight for our values and reverse the terrible policies of the last 10 years. This province has a legacy of being the bastion of free thinking and economic strength since Alberta joined Confederation. But what I want to talk about today is the last 10 years. Because for 10 years, we saw a Prime Minister that did everything he could to devastate the West and drive our investment and jobs out while implementing radical activist policies that ramped up disorder and chaos. And it got worse over time when we saw the formation of a federal left-wing activist coalition government in Ottawa, led by then Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his friend, NDP leader Jagmeet Singh, that were doing all they possibly could to choke off and ultimately destroy our province's energy and agriculture sectors. They also led an attack on provincial jurisdiction, energy, health, education, childcare, you name it. They wanted control over it. They placed a production cap on our nation's most valuable strategic asset, the Alberta oil sands, and along with it, an effective moratorium on the pipelines and oil tankers needed to take that oil to markets around the world. They put a Greenpeace activist, Stephen Guilbeault, thankfully no longer at the cabinet table, in charge of this assault on Canada's economy. And that is where the real damage to Canada was done by Justin Trudeau and his allies. They intruded on areas where the provinces have prime jurisdiction. They violated our Constitution and the very ties that bind Canada together in the name of top-down bureaucratic onslaught. Pierre Poilievre and our Conservatives believe in our Constitution, in leaving the provinces to be provinces, focusing on what the federal government needs to do. Things like bail reform and building projects and supporting jobs for Canadians, like getting out of the way of investment and projects and building a new pipeline to the West Coast, a true nation-building project.